The champ is still the champ, re-elected for a third term. Here he is at Hyde Park, about to cast his vote.
Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Franklin D. Roosevelt. 292. You please sign here.
Yes, sir. Hold that for me for a second.
On the blue line.
Right there, 19. Hey, this will sign.
Yes, that's right.
Not many hours after this, the returns began to pour in. The smile of confidence, and now to return to his Hyde Park home to await the verdict of the nation. America's #1 voter joins 50 million others in democracy's most precious right. New York crowds saw many leading figures cast their ballots. Mr. and Mrs. Wendell Willkie got a great ovation when they appear at an Upper East Side polling place. The colorful and energetic fight put up by the anti-New Deal candidate earned for Willkie the admiration of the nation, win or lose. So vigorous was Willkie's election crusade that he made heavy cuts in former Democratic majorities from coast to coast, but not enough. However, he can take consolation in the fact that he rolled up the biggest vote by far of any loser in the history of the United States. There's Jim Farley, whose last-minute appeal for a Democratic victory turned the scales in the critical New York State vote. Uptown and downtown, New Yorkers turned out by the millions. And there's Mayor LaGuardia taking his turn in line. No question about the way his vote is going. East Side and West Side, too. Al Smith takes a walk with the missus on election morning. Al's sacrifice bunt for Willkie was right on the button, but in vain. In Chicago, Mayor Kelly's leadership successfully wiped out Willkie's strength downstate. Secretary of the Navy Knox, formerly a Republican, adds his vote to the millions. Back in New York, in the NBC studio, returns from all over the nation pour in, keeping men and machines working at top speed. And that goes for yours truly. What a night, with key states swinging first into one column and then into another. It was hours before the Roosevelt trend made itself felt. And at Republican headquarters, the trend towards a third term was not accepted until the wee hours. And the saddened Willkie rooters even then kept hoping for a miracle. But the president carried state after state. Hopes went a-glimmering. Broadway, Times Square, surging, cheering throngs on the Great White Way. Democrats and Republicans alike, Americans all, yelling themselves hoarse, as election crowds have done since the nation began. Cheers greet the news that New York's 47 electoral votes go to Roosevelt. And with victory almost certain, third-term rooters go to town. The president is returned to power, getting the electoral votes of most states, although the popular vote is much closer than it was in 1936. Roosevelt admirers flock to his Hyde Park home to cheer his re-election, and it's a happy, gay first family that receives the news and the applause of well-wishers. The nation wishes him Godspeed.